in the absolute heart of Georgia. I'm here in Macon. It's famous for its music history, architecture, and southern charm. And I'm going to show you the top things to do here. Let's go. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. In the absolute center of Georgia, Macon is famous for its musical history, over 100 National Register of Historic Places, having the state's most antebellum mansions, and so much more. So after this video, you'll probably agree with me that it's definitely one of the most elegant downtowns that's surprisingly not quite discovered yet. City, nice. What I love about Macon, so many beautifully historic buildings all over the place. Just a simple walk downtown. This random example, 1899, Greek Revival architecture, I think. But there's just so many. 1952, John Hall floors. Here you got the Macon City Hall, I believe, Greek Revival architecture. That building right there, it says 1884 on it, so maybe built in 1884. So many beautiful historic buildings here, but just past the corner, one of the city's very best. Oh my gosh. One of Macon's most prominent, notable landmarks, St. Joseph Catholic Church. Completed in 1903, it has incredible Romanesque neo-Gothic architecture, intricately designed stained glass windows, twin spires that reach 200 feet in height. It's the third tallest structure in Macon. Stunning! One of the most beautiful churches I've ever seen. And how detailed it is up close. I'm gonna try and capture it with the camera as best as I can. Words just can't describe how beautiful it is in person. Before this construction, though, the church originally served a small parish of Irish Catholic. Love City Square. Every single building is very unique in its own way, kind of like a giant blend. Man, these homes are beautiful, but I will say the next house I'm going to has a very funny name. The Cannonball House. Why is it called the Cannonball House? You guessed it, because in the Civil War, it was hit by a cannonball. And that happened during the 1864 Battle of Dunlap Hill. And this Greek Revival home was built in 1853, just before it. More specifically, the cannonball went right through that second column on the left, entered through the parlor over a window, and landed unexploded in the hall. And now, a fitting location for a Civil War museum. Unfortunately, they're closed inside today. They're doing like some event or something like that. However, absolutely stop by, check it out, and if it's open, go inside. Very cute, quaint houses along the downtown strip. Must be kind of nice living here. Looks like a nice house, but why is it so important? It's where the Allman brothers used to live between 1970 and 1973. It's also where they wrote and finalized most of their biggest hits. Now a museum. Gonna go inside.
They formed in Jacksonville. They came up here because Dwayne was signed to Capricorn Records, which is here in Macon, Georgia. This would become the communal hub for the original band, so all things Allman took place in this house from 1970 to 1973. Some of the biggest hit was written and finished up in the kitchen here, which is Ramblin' Man. But other great songs were written here, like Blue Sky, Hot Atlanta was worked up here, Please Call Home, Midnight Rider. So parts of Queen of Hearts was on Greg's debut solo record, Laid Back. Great songs, but you know, it's also the house and the area provided inspiration, you know, for the guys. In the song Ramblin' Man, you're rolling down Highway 41, 41's right outside the front door. The lyric in Blue Sky, good old Sunday morning bells are ringing everywhere. You can just right across the street is the church. You know, Warren and actually Government Mule actually formed in this house. So not only did the Allman brothers live here, but Government Mule came here.
That's awesome, because my band actually opened up for Government Mule in New York. My singer was actually in the same room as him when they were both getting paid after the show.
We do shows in the backyard there. Warren Haynes has actually played up there before. And, you know, here and there, you know, obviously the whole entertainment industry kind of has struggled. It obviously it's coming back, but it's a whole different. And it's also with the streaming services these days, it's also a lot easier just to enjoy shows from the comfort of your living room through a kick-ass entertainment system. You know?
Yeah, but nothing is better than living in real life.
That's right.
That's how I'm going to put it on my shirt.
Exactly. Nothing beats live music. Prize pieces. This is the main road case off of the greatest live album ever at Fillmore East.
Really?
Yeah.
Bells all over the city. This next one is awesome. The next thing I recommend stopping by is Mercer University. Not to go to school, but to check out these amazingly historic buildings. Sightseeing is free. That's why I do so much of it, and it's open to the public. It was founded in 1833, a private university and also one of the oldest universities in Georgia. A blend of traditional Southern Gothic architecture. So when it's warmer, I like to jog outside a lot. I like to jog in cool areas, and if I lived here or was visiting and had some free time, I would jog around here. And correct me if I'm wrong, but here's my random opinion. Since doing this channel, I realized that it kind of seems like they tried harder in making buildings more beautiful back in the day. That's why I'm always sightseeing older buildings. I don't know. Anyways, the next place I recommend, the Rose Hill Cemetery. Apparently, it's one of the most beautiful cemeteries in the region. It was established in 1840. This historic burial site is known for very scenic, beautiful, elaborate Victorian-era monuments. It's the final resting place of many notable figures, including the Allman Brothers Band. Visiting cemeteries is kind of bittersweet in a way, because they're cemeteries, but in a way it's like a weirdly peaceful. I don't know.
My name's Rex, and I'm a volunteer here at the Big House Museum here in Macon, Georgia. Been here 15 years. I do the ride-around tours of Macon. Macon's got 50-something music plaques to see and 6,000 historic structures. There's a lot of places to see around here. A hippie crash pad where 9 hippies lived in one bedroom, where Dwayne Allman lived.
This is a hippie crash pad?
That's one of the better pictures of it right here. It's no longer in existence. Every brick has been taken out of the foundation. Wow. There's not even a brick left in the foundation. A lot of people come by Macon, maybe stop here for gas or to have lunch or something on the way to Florida or Savannah. And they're missing out on this beautiful undiscovered city. 360,000 cherry blossom trees. We got, I think, the 3rd oldest baseball park, one of the largest copper dome structures in the world.
Must-see thing in downtown is Macon City Auditorium. Not only an impressive concert and event venue, but opened in 1925, This Beaux Arts construction is one of the largest copper domes in the country. Furthermore, Elvis Presley even performed here in 1956. The venue is known for hosting some famous names that are from Macon, including Little Richard, Otis Redding, and the Allman Brothers Band, all of whom play a role in shaping Macon's musical heritage. And because of Capricorn Records being here, they say that Macon is arguably the birthplace of Southern rock. The next thing I recommend, of course, downtown Macon. More notably, Cherry Street.
I mean, I like it. Downtown is one of my favorite spots. You get to see different people from different cultures, get to see how their vibe is, how their swag is. And it's amazing. I mean, I like it. Get to meet different kind of people. I'm a people person, so I like people. That's my thing. Hey, they're very friendly. They speak to you. If anything wrong, if you need direction, they punch you the way you need to go. No problem.
It's like a very, very colorful downtown area. Absolutely love it. Now this place looks cool. It's called the Dueling Piano Bar. My guess is they have dueling pianos or something like that. Also another historic building, built in 1857. And I really love downtowns that have this like little arc, I guess, right in the middle. It just looks really cool to me. I don't know. The Bohemian Den. This place smells really good. Built in 1925, Theater Macon. Towards the end of Cherry Street, you can see a beautiful building back there called Terminal Station. It's actually a historic train station. However, it's not open for that anymore. So because Macon is in a very central region, about as center as you can get here in Georgia, it was used as a very big transportation hub. In 1895, the New York Times called it the Central City. It highlighted its rise as a center for railroad transport and textile manufacturing. And right next to the terminal station is the Tubman Museum. Also, Georgia Sports Hall of Fame. Macon has a lot of theaters. That's the Douglas Theater right there. Vibes. Lunch, ball. Oh, that's gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Not only do I like the overall vibe of the store, because I obviously love music, I play music. However, it's a good way to judge your level of oldness. Are you vinyl old? Are you cassette old? But I am definitely CD old. If you're none of those, you're lucky. You have a long life ahead of you. Granted, my wife and I have a vinyl player at our home. There's something about the way a vinyl player sounds compared to digital. Oh my gosh, another theater. That's so crazy. This one's called Capitol Theater. Gotta say, so far, very impressed by downtown. If you ever want to look for something, it's actually pretty organized. Dining, entertainment, shopping, making water ice. My weekday routine, I eat really healthy. That's why vacations, I can splurge. Speaking of splurging, they're about to open up in like 1 minute, but I find it kind of interesting. There's like a little line to get in, so must be really good. Oh, go ahead, thank you.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with the bright red hair. Right
off the bat, beautifully decorated place, very good atmosphere, and the nicest people work here. A local here recommended me start with the breadsticks. And now I recommend you start with the breadsticks.
Have you ever seen Miss Lindy? She's likes Ansolid, and when she does right,
There we have it.
Thank you so much. But first off, they gave me a sticker, and I'm gonna use it. Love this place, but look at this pizza. Oh my gosh. I got half and half. White pizza one side, the Ultimate Village the other side. Gonna start with the white. Ricotta cheese, spinach, mushroom, garlic, and extra cheese. Great combination. They've been playing a lot of Elvis today. They also have a lot of Elvis decor. The managers just told me that the owner shares a birthday with Elvis, which is why. Ultimate, here we go. Pepperoni, ham, sausage, mushrooms, peppers, green and black olives, fresh garlic. I think like every single topping they put it on here. This is why it's the ultimate. That's amazing too. I love how both pizzas are very different, but very good in their own way. Anyways, the next place I recommend, right next door to the Village, Ingleside Pizza Place, Society Gardens. This is an open-air beer garden, or you call it an open-air bar. Beer gardens in general originated in Germany. That's why when I was in Helen, Georgia the other day, they had a beer garden. Helen, Georgia is a German town here in Georgia. If you don't want to drive all the way north Georgia, Macon has a beer garden. They also have a stage, so my guess is they have live music as well. This is a very good place for the nightlife. Also a little bit during the day. Sundays is 3 to 9. Ooh, look at that. So many beautiful homes here in Macon. However, one of the nicest mansions that you can actually stay at because it's a bed and breakfast is the Burke Mansion. Kind of looks like a historic castle in a way. Imagine staying here, that'll be awesome. Built in 1887, this historic home is a Victorian mansion style, intricate woodwork. Even if you're not staying here, cool enough to stop by. Another bell, you can hear it in the background. Bells all over the city. I also love how the street is on. It's cobblestone streets. So, relatively older area. It really is so cool. Now, usually when I do overnight trips, I camp out. Saves me a lot of money, and it gives me the ability financially as a working class guy to travel as often as I do. But if you have the means, bed and breakfast, Burke Mansion. Established in 1806, the next place I recommend checking out is Fort Hawkins Military Outpost. For some reason, the gate says it's open 12 to 4 Saturday and Sunday, but both gates are closed, and it's been between that time, so I don't know what's going on. However, you can still drive by, see it, just in case they're closed. This was a very important trading center, strategically located on a hill overlooking the Ocmulgee River, and it served as a supply depot and communication hub during the early 19th century. It also played a very critical role in U.S. relations with Native American tribes, and over time, the fort became a catalyst for settlement in the area. And as a result, roughly around the 1820s, it led to the creation of the city Macon. Being at this Macon, Georgia sign right here, it's like you're basically right in the middle of downtown. The 4 main roads on all 4 sides. Yeah, Macon is the heart of Georgia, but also you're in the middle of Macon. So you're in like the middle right here. One of the most architecturally rich mansions in Macon, the historic HayHouse. It was built in 1859, and they call it the Palace of the South. This exquisite Italian Renaissance revival style was a very innovative design for its time, even for today. And it's now a museum that you can go into, but unfortunately they don't allow filming inside. However, if you don't want to pay a fee and you just want to walk around outside and check out the beautiful home, like I said, sightseeing is free and it's definitely worth it, in my opinion. So outside of the historic architecture that you'll see in downtown, which is really cool, if you want to see really historic, cool stuff from way back, the next place I recommend is the Ocmulgee Mounds. It's a little bit outside of downtown, but the site is a profound historical and cultural landmark. They are earthworks constructed by the Mississippian culture around 900 AD. The park encompasses over 3,000 acres along the east bank of the Ocmulgee River, and it includes 7 preserved mounds. It's one of the top 5 Indian mounds here in Georgia, and I've been there before. I absolutely recommend it. World's most random side note of all time. For those who follow this channel for some time, you'll probably notice that my voice is all messed up from my allergies. Forgive me. However, it's a beautiful day, and for those who like the outdoors, you'll like this next place, which is the Amerson River Park. Obviously free to come here. This place is great. It has a massive green space, but more importantly, it's right on the Ocmulgee River. So you can kayak here, paddleboard here. Obviously just look for the current, see how bad the current is, stuff like that. Also, hiking trails in the area, and people are running on the trails, stuff like that. Another iconic landmark I think you should take a look at is Temple Beth Israel right here. This has stunning architecture as well. It was built in 1902 with very distinctive Romanesque revival style. Played a central role in Macon's Jewish community. This is the Bibb County Courthouse. I believe built in 1822. A good example of historic architecture. Here's an example of modern architecture right here. What do you prefer, historic buildings or modern buildings? And if you're in town and you want to catch a performance, the Grand Opera House is an amazing place to see one. It's also a cultural landmark for the city. Originally built in 1884 as a multi-purpose theater, it once featured the largest stage in the southeastern United States. Now it's operated by Mercer University and serves as a hub for the arts in Macon. Gonna check out Reboot Retrocade Bar.
Actually, the first place I seen that's an arcade and bar. You can get drunk, go whoop ass on Tekken, Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, all the old school games. I mean, I really like it. Diamond in the rough, if you really look at it that way. Cause they had the classes and stuff that we grew up with, and that just to think that they actually open a place with all that.
About 1/4 per token. Each game is roughly 1 to 2 tokens. All right, baby. Do this. Oh, yeah. These are the real games back in the day, baby. I didn't notice this at the time, but during the edit, as I watched myself playing this game, I believe I took the arcade way too seriously. Played that game 4 times in a row, lost every single time, like 12th, 13th place. It's been a long day. I'm gonna get a drink. Once again, another trip where I am very pleasantly surprised and couldn't believe that it's not too far away from my home. I did all of this today. Imagine what's around you. Imagine the day trips that you're missing out on that you could easily do. Again, most of the things I did today, free. Sightseeing is free. Outdoor things is free. Hiking is free. You don't have to be a really rich person to live a fulfilling life. However, if you're ever planning on doing a trip to North Georgia, see this video here, Helen, Georgia. absolutely recommend it. And big thank you to everybody I met on this trip. Thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed day.